Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Fiendish Friday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of info. Check out the description box for a bigger bite of every movie of every single day. Today I gave you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I watched, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy. It only costs $5, so it's dirt cheap to watch it and to get it from I forget what the I think it was called Gumbubble was the website, but either way, it's a legit website. And then also, if you decide, you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's was a very interesting one. It came out back in 2016. It runs at an hour and 15 minutes. It's directed by DeWayne Etheridge, which this is the first film of his that I will be reviewing. I will be reviewing the sequel to this as well. This is known as Slumber Party, Slaughter Party. Wow, what a fun title, what a fun movie. Just everything about it was just absolutely off the rails fun. It is kind of a throwback to the old days of slashers. It starts out with a young woman who is a kind of a slattern, a woman of the night types. She's at a hotel, cheap sleazy hotel with a guy, and she's running down her price lists, and he happily agrees to whatever it is he wants, and then as she's getting undressed, she says, "Hey, why don't you get undressed?" Homeboy starts to take off his clothes, and he's got tucked in his back belt behind his back pockets, he's got a butcher knife, or not a butcher knife, but a hunting knife that is pretty big. It's a massive knife. And then he kills her right then and there. We go into the movie, and and what it basically is this girl named Meagan. Meagan is graduating from high school, and she wants to have a slumber party, one last little hoorah get together with all of her friends before they go heading off to college or whatnot. Now, it's quite interesting. She has a fun little dialogue that happens between her parents and her after she decides she's going to walk home from school. They question her, "Why are you walking home from school? You should be taking the bus. It's such a long way, and people are crazy out there, things along those lines." Eventually they go off, and they leave for their weekend getaway, and they leave Meagan for her to do whatever she wants with her friends, and they leave her a handful of cash and go on their way. It's quite interesting past that point, because you have a neighbor that is kind of nosy. He basically he's played by DeWayne Etheridge himself. He's very interested in what Meagan is doing, and is constantly trying to figure out what's going on in her life. Why is she throwing this party? Who are these people at this party? All the while, we have this buck knife wielding killer running a rampage, killing people left and right. It is an absolute bloodbath from beginning to end. You have a nice high body count in this. I don't remember the exact number, but I remember it being nice and plentiful, and it kept me nice and entertained throughout beginning to end. Now you find out interesting things about Meagan and her troubled relationship with her boyfriend, who does happen to show up at one point, and while a couple of other guys are there with two of the other girls. One of them sneaks off with the guy, and they go off and have a little fun, and afterwards they have a little showdown, a little fight with Megan's boyfriend, because nobody really likes him, or at least it comes off that way. His character is just not a very likable guy. He is. There's a secret that happens to come out during one point or another with him, and it just really shows his character and what kind of a person he is. And then the other man that had a fight with him, he's obviously another character in this that is not very nice as well. He is cheating on his boyfriend or his girlfriend. I mean, Jiminy Christmas. He's cheating on his girlfriend with another girl, and he's going to go back and not only put more slap in the face to the factor. He goes back to the house where Megan's friend is that he is seeing, and he basically makes her get him high and smoke some weed, and then so he can go off and have sex with this other girl. And that's what his intentions are, and he fully says it right away. So the guy is definitely not a good person. There's a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayal, a lot of deceit, a lot of cheating, a lot of just things that should not happen going on in this movie. Red flags galore on all kinds of people. You have a fantastic beginning, middle, and ending. I'm not going to give away any more for as far as the movie goes. I want you guys to hop on there and rent it and support DeWayne on this film. I think it is absolutely a fun little film, and I hope you guys check it out. As far as the three things that I love my movies, to me, first and foremost is audio. The audio is alright in this. It's pretty clean for the most part. There was only one section where I noticed some background static from some wind blowing on a microphone. It's very brief, like 10 seconds worth, if that. It's not enough to really complain. I think it's smooth throughout the rest of the movie. I never had any troubles understanding what a character was saying. It just really, it worked very well. So I'm going to give it a B. If it wasn't for that one little moment, it would be an A. But unfortunately, that does give it a little bit of a stutter on its overall grade. But then we roll on to dialogue, which is usually where my favorite thing is, and there is a lot of very crisp, cool, and clean dialogue here. It's very hip and modern. Granted, this film is 8 years old now. It still works very, very well. It's very effective. I don't know exactly how teeny boppers talk nowadays, but I imagine they still kind of have some of the same lingo that these people have. So I'm going to give it an overall on that one an A. Now editing is very nice in this. It has a nice forward momentum, never loses its pacing. There's no weird cuts in it that don't make any sense. There's no continuity errors due to editing. It just overall is edited very smoothly, and I really enjoyed that part of it. Honestly, between the dialogue and the editing, those are the best things about it. The acting is okay. It's not bad at all. It works fine. There's some great camera work going on in here. I feel like DeWayne definitely has his fingers on the pulse of what horror fans want, or at least people like me, what horror fans like myself like. I think that he knows exactly what he's doing, and I want to help support this because I want people to go out and check it out. I think it's well worth your watch. As far as my final score of 1 through 5, I'm going to give this thing a 4 out of 5. I can't wait for part 2. I will be reviewing it not next week, but probably the week after. I don't like to do sequels too close to each other, just because it burns me out. It burns you guys out. It's just not fun doing sequels like back to back. I just don't really care for doing that. Alright guys, check out Prestige Productions. They got some more stuff on their YouTube channel. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back at you on Sunday with yet another review. This one will be a very interesting one. It's one made in the state where I am from, so I am very excited to review it and check it out. Alright guys, love your faces, and as always, peace.